resist me, nothing's gonna happen. My hands behind my back, man! Roll on your stomach! Roll on your stomach!
What are you doing, man? What the f***? Don't hurt him! Don't hurt him! Dude!
So did he break the Highway Traffic Act potentially? Yes. When you break the Highway Traffic Act, do you get tackled, beaten, punched, and put into a wet street in February? No, you don't. You get a ticket. And that is disgraceful overreach.
Police officers are not immune to the Criminal Code of Canada in Canada or, whatever the criminal code is elsewhere. And they hide who they are, and they're never called out on it, and they should. I want to go back to what you said about that guy, that CBC reporter, helping his colleague in the police service, because, of course, they're both employees of the state. They both hate you. They both hate freedom. Yeah. And I think we should play that video, because I don't know if everyone's seen it yet, of a CBC. There's no explanation for this CBC reporter, journalist, cameraman, whatever he was, for grabbing the legs of this guy while he was struggling against a police officer. Check this out.
Please call Craig Van Ass to talk to. Please. Please call 911. Stop resisting.
It's okay, sweetie. Just relax, honey.
I'm not resisting. Nothing's gonna happen. Put your hands behind your fucking back right now. I'll be driving this right now. You want this?
No, sir, sir! Let him go, please! How old are you, man? Yo, how old are you?
Put your hands behind.
How old are you?
20.
You're 20?
Right now, I'm lighting you up.
Just do what he says, man. You can't put your hand behind your head?
My hands behind my back, man. Roll on your stomach. Roll on your stomach.
What are you doing, man? What the f***? Don't hurt him! Don't hurt him! Dude, he's using excessive force! I got it all. This I got it all. Just please don't touch me. It's okay, I know.
Isn't that something?
Keean,
it's horrifying. It's horrifying to see that.
It's like the fourth time I've watched that, and it still disturbs me. Allegedly, the skateboarder went through a red light. So did he break the Highway Traffic Act potentially? Yes. When you break the Highway Traffic Act, do you get tackled, beaten, punched, and put into a wet street in February? No, you don't. You get a ticket. And that is disgraceful overreach. And hopefully there's going to be, those cops are going to be called upon the carpet. And I want to pursue this CBC employee who thought that, as you said, an additional agent of the state getting in. I'm going to reach out to the CBC. Their media relations guys, Chuck Thompson, he actually does return my calls and emails. I just want to see what CBC policy is. Is it a matter of, since they're getting increasingly more Justin Trudeau payola, that they're expected to take on the role of law enforcement duties as well as reporting and shooting videos? What a disgrace. And I mean, it just shows you, Keean, the difference between them and us. I think if we were on the scene, we're recording this. And in CBC, he puts the camera down and takes on the role of quasi-law enforcement. I mean, come on, man, pick a lane.
Yeah, and I mean, there couldn't have been a better depiction of what we see every day of the CBC neglecting their duties. There was a citizen who was just sort of on the street, had to record this, and I presume it wasn't a friend. They were asking, "How old are you? What's your name?" And while this person is getting pistol whipped by a guy that's being by a police officer while he's being held down by the CBC. This is a stunning example of CBC neglect of their duties, but also of them aiding these officers in actual physical violence and abuse against a person. This person was white to his misfortune, of course, because if he wasn't, I mean, Black Lives Matter would be all over this.
Oh.
This would be George Floyd levels. It would be. This would be. He didn't die like George Floyd did, but he was beaten senselessly, pistol whipped with a taser, and nobody cared really outside of conservative circles on Twitter. That's a sad thing.
Well, Keean, the potential silver lining, as far as I'm concerned, is that this is a lawyer's paradise. I don't know if he's got legal representation, but if he does, thanks to that video, this is one hell of a lawsuit. This is one hell of a claim. And I would incorporate that jabroni from CBC that put down his camera and held down his legs. Maybe he can get some of his taxpayer money back. And speaking of money, do we have some super chats to read?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, hi friends. What you just saw there is a clip from our Rebel News daily live stream show. It's fun, it's fast, and it's completely unscripted, so you never really know what you're going to get. Just go to rebelnews.com/livestream to sign up for special alerts.